Thanks for dropping by my YouTube channel, and I'm going to call this video Escaping Vehicles. Why escaping vehicles? Because it excites me when I'm writing about a chase and ending up on a vehicle somewhere. And the vehicles could be anything. It could be a getaway car, it could be a speedboat, it could be a train, it could be an airplane, it could be an airship, it could be a balloon with a basket underneath. It could be anything like that. When you've got a big chase, and there's always like, I mean, the train thing could be like a I don't know, 18th century locomotive, or it could be the London Underground with the tube. You always got somebody running away, and you're right in the scene, and they're trying to get to the train. The doors are open. Are they going to get inside before somebody catches up with them? And once they get inside, will the doors shut before the pursuers get to them? That's the exciting part. Now, if it's an 18th century kind of locomotive, then you've got lots of doors on the side, and you've got a rail on the back with the steps that you can climb on. And it's just that exciting thing of getting away. Always has excited me, watching a movie or reading a book about that, but writing it myself. A balloon or a zeppelin. A balloon is just about to take off, isn't it? I was watching something the other day when they were in this balloon in the basket, and there was just the rope, and they were trying to climb up the rope. I think it was the Wonderful World of Oz or something, where he was trying to cut the rope to break free, to float off into the sky. And I love the idea of all the tension of trying to break the rope and trying to climb up it. I think it's brilliant. In Mad Max, for instance, you've got the gyrocopter, the guy who's flying around in that like trike with the big fan on the back, but he's away. He's out of shot of anybody with a weapon. Mostly, they do catch him now and again, I think, but he's flying away. He's above everybody, but he's got to land at some point to get fuel. There's always got to be something like that. And so what do? If you've got a gyrocopter and you're in like a post-apocalyptic world, then where do you land for a start? And when you do land, do you leave your vehicle, your mode of transport, or you've got to get the fuel, haven't you? So I was watching something the other day. I think it was the Mandalorian on Star Wars, and he landed his vehicle down, the Mandalorian, and he had to step away and came back, and his vehicle was in bits. You had all these scavengers who'd taken all parts of it, and I hate that. Oh, I hate that with a vengeance, because you don't want people taking your stuff. And if he's stuck in the middle of the desert or something, how's he going to get to where he needs to go? So I love the excitement of maybe finding, as another mode of transport, a motorbike. Finding a motorbike, jumping on it, like kind of like The Great Escape with Steve McQueen or something, and I mean, you're trying to get away from the enemy, diving over and going down and jumping over fences, and maybe there's zooming through a stream or something. But anything like that, especially zeppelins. I love Airborne, Kenneth Oppel trilogy of books, and you've got this zeppelin, and it's floating over everywhere. But there's pirates in another zeppelin that can attack, and with a zeppelin you've got this big canvas bag that's holding it up, actually, haven't you? So what happens when it gets ripped and you've got to climb outside it and stitch it back on? But it's a mode of transport. It's all the modes of transport. When you've got the train thing, I would go to like the 18th century locomotive, but they'd have to go through compartment to compartment, and the other one's chasing from behind. If it's like the subway in America or the London Underground, you got going through each one. Even in outer space, a mode of transport, if you've got a shuttle and you've landed on a planet, do you leave your shuttle? Now, I would have a robot or android AI standing there, guard, stopping anybody getting in there. But it's the excitement of it all, isn't it? And then you've got to get your vehicle back, or you've got to get away if the place is going to explode, and you've got to get off the planet, or you've got to get away by sea because you've got all these thousands of people chasing you. And it's all the excitement of that. I love modes of transport in stories, and I use them myself whenever I can. climbing up a clock, for instance, just to get away. All the wheels and pulleys and cogs and stuff. It's just me, I suppose, but I put all that energy, all that excitement into my stories, and then when people read them, they think, wow, they get as excited as me as when I wrote it. So there you go. Modes of transport to escape with. Thank you very much. See you soon.